Hello and a very warm welcome to today's session brought to you by Team Testbook Super Coaching. I hope all of you are doing really well. देरी नहीं करते हुए फटाफट से आज के सेशन को स्टार्ट करते हैं. 04/04/2024. I really like the date. Therefore, as I've even mentioned that. Good evening everyone. Kasturi, Rani, Simran, Wilfran, Devashish. Good evening everyone. Let's quickly get started. देरी नहीं करते हुए फटाफट से let's get started. I'm just trying to share it via Telegram, but I'm not able to do that. Anyway. Let us quickly get started. Let us quickly get started with the session. फटाफट से session start करते हैं. Okay, so today we are of course going to be continuing our 1000 question series. हम लोग कल 70th question तक पहुंच गए थे. We were looking at certain important questions. हम लोग properly आपके examination से पहले we'll try to cover over 4000 concepts altogether as a part of your 1000 question series. So let us very quickly get started with today's session. आज के इस सेशन के माध्यम से we'll cover over 20 questions very quickly. So देरी नहीं करते हुए फटाफट से let's just quickly get started. Of course, on your application आपका master class होगा right after this session at 11 o'clock. Right at 11 p.m. we'll be having the master class. I hope आप regularly concept of the day as well as question of the day अच्छी तरीके से practice कर रहे हैं on the Telegram platforms that we are having. Right, I hope आप अच्छी तरह से Neerja Mam Testbook, English Literature Hustlers अच्छी तरह से सारे questions को आप practice कर रहे हैं. Please don't forget to cover them end to end. Question number 71. 70th तक हम लोगों ने कल cover कर लिया था. हम लोगों ने Henry David Thoreau के civil disobedience, Walden, those were the pointers that we'd actually discussed and looked at. Good evening, everyone. Let's continue from here itself. Jaldi se let us just try and continue from here. I'm trying to send, but I think I'm not able to send. Anyway, let's quickly continue only. Which two of the following inspired the rise of periodical essays? Periodical essays ka rise. How was the periodical essay ka rise actually started? So periodical essays जो आपके आ रहे हैं, how was the rise actually facilitated? Okay, very good. Kasturi, Devashish, Wilfrand, Rani, everyone's got the right answer. Everyone's got the right answer. So here everyone is bang on correct. So rise of periodical essay वो एक तरह से कैसे inspired था? It was getting inspired by Bacon as well as Montague. अगर आप elimination method भी use करते हैं तो आपको पता चलता है कि Robert Burton, Anatomy of Melancholy, that has got nothing to do with this. Francis Rabelais, Gargantua and Pendragool, that has also got nothing to do with periodical essay ka rise. It is Bacon who's starting the aphoristic style of writing the New Atlantis, writing Vita Novum, and of course Michel de Montaigne. याद है हम लोगों ने कल करा था इनका work on the cannibals कौन लिख रहा है? On the cannibals is associated with Michel de Montaigne, the father of essays altogether. Okay, so please remember that. So Francis Bacon as well as Montaigne, right? I'm not able to actually share the. Anyway, I'll just try to facilitate that. They are the people who are associated. They are the ones who are associated with your rise of periodical essays. Let's come on to question number 72. Let's just quickly come on to question number 72. फटाफट से बताइए यहाँ पर what becomes the right answer over here. Finally, I've been able to share it. Okay, yes, what becomes the right answer over here? फटाफट से देख के बताइएगा. What, in your opinion, is the right answer? We've already started getting the right answers over here also. P. Singh has got it right. P. Singh has got it right. Let's just take a look at it. So P. Singh over here is saying the right answer. So you have to basically arrange in the chronological order of publication altogether. Course in General Linguistics, आपको सबको पता होना चाहिए. ये date mandatory है. Everybody should be well aware about the dates of course in General Linguistics. Course in General Linguistics आपके लिए वैसे भी important work है. Right, it was of course, getting compiled by Charles Bagley and Albert altogether. How to do things with words. This was actually 1955 to 62, right? How to do things with words that you're able to see almost 55, 1955, 62. ये आपके publication dates आ रही हैं इस particular work की. And you know, when you are looking at J.L. Austin's most influential writing, अभी मैं आपको दिखाने भी वाली हूँ. And when we are talking about Umberto Eco's Semiotics and the Philosophy of Language, Semiotics and the Philosophy of Language is coming in 1984. Umberto Eco, who's who's giving you the concept of interstices, using the time in between that you're getting, that is also critically crucial, right? ये चीज आप एक तरह से देख पाते हैं. And aspects of the theory of syntax, this is by Chomsky, which is coming in 1965, right? 1965 में Noam Chomsky इसको लेके आते हैं. तो ये आपको थोड़ा सा ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा that course in general linguistics was the first one, so you could have used the elimination method altogether, followed by, of course, your work, that is how to do things with words. Then you are having aspects of theory and syntax, and last is your C. देखो ये तो आपको वैसे भी पता चल जाना चाहिए था कि B eliminate करके अगर C will be coming in the end, तो A and D के अंदर ही प्रॉब्लम आ रही थी. So course in general linguistics, this is the work coming in 1916. How to do things with words, J.L. Austin's very famous work. Aspects of theory of syntax is by Noam Chomsky, 1965, and Umberto Eco's Semiotics and the Philosophy of Language. ये सारे के सारे important writers हैं. आप इसको structuralism, semiotics इन सब के अंदर लिख सकते हैं. Even when you will be वही मैं आपको बार बार कह रही हूँ, ये जो 1000 क्वेश्चन सीरीज है, इसे आप जितना डिसिप्लिन्ड वे में कवर करेंगे, इट विल एक्चुअली बी वेरी गुड फॉर योर रिविजन इटसेल्फ, राइट? डिसिप्लिन वे में आपने इसको कवर करना है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 73. As mentioned in my first acquaintance with poets, which poet does William Hazlitt describe as the only person I have ever known who answered the idea of a man genius? 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 What is the correct answer over here? ध्यान से देख के बताइएगा. Absolutely right. Coleridge is the correct answer. Coleridge is absolutely the correct answer over here. Coleridge हम लोग आपके literary legends के अंदर भी we will be covering the work and the writings of Coleridge. Samuel Taylor Coleridge को हम लोग देखने भी वाले हैं, and that is what you're actually able to see in my first acquaintance with poet. Hazlitt is describing his factual meetings with the poet, right? Both Taylor, Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge, right? So ये please थोड़ा सा ध्यान में रखिएगा. Who among the following is known to have popularized the term globalization, right? It's a portmanteau that you're having for global and local altogether, right? So who's the one who's actually, so globalization, localization का एक तरह से combined word. Who's the one who's actually giving us the right answer? वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, एब्सोल्युटली राइट. ग्लोबलाइजेशन, रोनाल्ड रॉबर्टसन. ये हम लोगों ने वाईटी में भी बहुत बार कल्चरल स्टडीज में बोला है. ग्लोबलाइजेशन, जस्ट लाइक कल हम लोगों ने रिमेंबर मास्टर क्लास में एंजेला मैक्रोबी किया था. इफ यू रिमेंबर मास्टर क्लास के अंदर व्हेन वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट एंजेला मैक्रोबी, एंजेला मैक्रोबी किससे एसोसिएटेड है? मैंने आपको बोला था यूथ कल्चर एंड पॉपुलर कल्चर का जो भी पार्ट आ रहा है दैट इज एसोसिएटेड विद एंजेला मैक्रोबी. कल हम लोगों ने जायदीन सिरदार, एंजेला मैक्रोबी, all of these things we'd actually looked at. याद है we stopped the masterclass at queer studies is introduced by Teresa de Lauretis. तो रोनाल्ड रॉबर्टसन ग्लोबलाइजेशन को इंक्लूड कर रहे हैं, which is basically a combination of globalization, localization coming together. It was used at Harvard Business Review in 1980 by Ronald Robertson. Ronald Robertson, that means universalizing, particularizing. So globalization, universalizing, particularizing, localization, right? That is what you're able to see. Question number 75. Which of the following assumptions best expresses the position of post-structuralist criticism? तो आपका post-structuralist criticism है जिसको काफी बार हम लोग post-modernism, deconstruction भी consider करते हैं. उसके अंदर you have to actually answer this particular question. So just take a look at this question properly and which is best describing the position. You have to talk about that. फटाफट से बताइए what becomes the right answer over here. डेफिनेटिव स्ट्रक्चर्स अंडरलाइन empirical डेफिनेटिव तो है ही नहीं. Language is representational. Apprehension of reality is a construct. Is construct are axiomatic. Knowledge operates according to procedures that. So again, what are we able to see? We are able to see Rashmi Rawat got it right. Very good, Rashmi. Rashmi Rawat got it right. So post-structuralism एक तरह से it doesn't believes in the power of one particular meaning altogether. Derrida, Lacan, Foucault, Deleuze, Guattari, Helen Sixou, Rolaba, all of these are important writers who are associated with your overall post-structuralist theory. I'll just hide myself so that you can actually see this a little better. अच्छी तरीके से आप देख सकें. तो ये एक तरह से it is challenging logocentrism, ethnocentrism, anthropocentrism. इन सब चीजों को ये चैलेंज कर रही है. राइट, गुड रश्मि, वेरी नाइस बच्चे. इन सब चीजों को ये चैलेंज कर रही है. So there is a complete apprehension of reality is a construct. Reality is literally a construct that you're able to see. So knowable center structuralism का premise है. That is not what post-structuralism believes in. Okay. So please remember that point. Moving on to the next question that now you are having on your screen. Please quickly attempt this question and tell us what is the correct answer. Which of the following novels is structured into a poem of 999 lines preceded by a foreword followed by a commentary and an index? Which is the right answer that we are having over here? Which is the right answer that we are having over here? 999 lines preceded by a foreword followed by a commentary and an index, right? What is the correct answer over here? Pale Fire is absolutely correct. Okay, Pale Fire is absolutely correct. Pale Fire by Vladimir Nabokov, the writer writing Lolita, one of the banned works that we are having. Remember, आपका Rainbow, Lady Chatterley's Lover, these are banned works of D.H. Lawrence. तो banned books भी आपकी important है. हम लोगों ने ये cover भी करा था. If you remember, banned books is it as a topic we were trying to cover it as well. It consists of long poem, 999 lines in heroic word altogether. ये आपको थोड़ा सा ध्यान में रखना है. Okay, so this is the simple question that is coming. Which two of the following strictly follows the parameters of documentation prescribed in the 8th Emily Handbook? In the 8th Emily Handbook, कौन सा properly prescribe कर रहा है? Which is the correct answer over here? Which is the correct answer over here? This is very simple. रिसर्च एप्टीट्यूड का हम लोगों ने एक प्रॉपर मॉड्यूल आपके क्रैश कोर्स के अंदर भी रिसर्च मेथड्स के टोटल जो 3 सेशंस हैं दैट विल नॉट जस्ट बी वेरी हेल्पफुल फॉर योर नेट एग्जामिनेशन बट दे आर वेरी वेरी यूजफुल ओवरऑल एज वेल. ठीक है, तो थोड़ा सा आपको ये ध्यान देना पड़ेगा. व्हाट इज द करेक्ट आंसर? वेरी गुड वेरी गुड वेरी गुड. ए एंड डी. ओके, ए एंड डी, दैट इज करेक्ट. ए एंड डी बिकम्स द करेक्ट आंसर. सो Nunberg, Joffrey, function of book altogether, you, California, and even Pugh Manual. That's absolutely true. So modern language association, ये जो conventions देता है दोनों के दोनों उसी के according थे. To which mythological figure Faustus is compared in the prologue? Very simple question. Dr. Faustus से भी आपके questions आ चुके हैं. The Faustian myth that you're able to see. But what is the correct answer over here? यहाँ पर आपका क्या सही जवाब हो जाता है? Okay, very good, very good. Monica's got the right answer. Monica is absolutely right. Icarus, right? Icarus क्या करते हैं? He has wax wings. इनके wings wax के बने हुए हैं, मोम के बने हुए हैं. फिर भी ये dare करते हैं to go close to the sun. That is the spirit of overarching that you're able to see in Dr. Faustus. How we're able to see that he sells his soul to Mephistopheles, the satanic power overall, in lieu of 24 hours, 24 years of unbridled power. Altogether that he's getting, but he's selling his own soul. He's repugnant. He tries to repent as well, but that is of no use whatsoever. ठीक है, तो प्रोलॉग के अंदर डॉक्टर फाउस्टस इज कंपेयर्ड टू आइकरस. आइकरस वो फ्लाई करना चाहते थे सन के पास, लेकिन उनके विंग्स क्या थे? वैक्स के थे. Question number 79. Who said of blank verse, quoting an unnamed critic, that it is the verse only to the eye, adding further that it has neither the easiness of prose nor the melody of numbers? What is the correct answer over here? जल्दी से बताइएगा यहाँ पर. What becomes your right answer? What is the correct answer? What is the correct answer over here that you are able to see? What becomes the right answer over here? Very good. P. Singh has got it right. P. Singh has got it right. Dr. Samuel Johnson is absolutely the correct answer. In his Life of Milton, ये कहते हैं variety of causes so much boosted by the lovers of blank verse changes the measures of an English poet altogether. And then he continues. Milton की lines Wordsworth ने भी जो लिखी हैं वो भी आपके लिए important है. तो ये याद रखिएगा. This is about a literary criticism on Milton. That is what you're able to actually see. Moving on to the next question that is coming your way. Let's quickly see how many of you are able to get the right answer. जल्दी से बताइए यहाँ पर what becomes the correct answer over here. What is the correct answer that you're able to see? Which of the following statements is true about Aristotle's poetics? It is true about Aristotle's poetics. It is true about Aristotle's poetics. क्या कौन सा statement true है? Okay, he asserted the value of poetry by integrating rhetoric and imitation. He asserted value of poetry by focusing on both rhetoric and imitation. He asserted the value of poetry by giving preference to rhetoric and imitation. So यहाँ पर he's asserting the value of poetry by focusing on imitation rather than rhetoric. So rhyme की इतनी importance नहीं दे रहे हैं जितनी he is giving the importance to mimesis, right? You have to capture the reality. You have to give the slice of life. ये बाद में 20th century में इसको क्या बोला जाता है या 19th century में realism क्या हो जाता है? Verisimilitude, slice of life, imitation से. Art is a criticism of life. That is what a lot of other people will also be saying. Okay, so rather than your rhetoric being important, your imitation becomes important. Are you correctly inspired? You know, are you correctly making a work that's inspired from reality? That is what you're actually able to look at. Question number 81. Which British administrator sought to make everything as English as possible in a country which resembles England in nothing, according to recorded by Sir Thomas Munro, which is recorded by Sir Thomas Munro. What is the correct answer? Copying nahi, but sorry. But copying exactly would not be the correct thing. It's inspired from life. That is what you can say. Okay. It is actually not Benedict, it's actually Cornwallis. Okay? It was actually Cornwallis who escapes. Piecing got this right. So Cornwallis जो थे, even Thomas Munro ने record किया था. You know, these were the lines that Cornwallis, Benedict, you're right. Approval Macaulay को वही देते हैं. You are absolutely right about that. But ये वाली जो statement है, ये Cornwallis से associated है. ठीक है? So please remember that. Question number 82. Which of the following events are described in Samuel Pepys' diary? इनमें से कौन से events Samuel Pepys की diary में described हैं? Which events are described in Samuel Pepys' diary? कौन से events Samuel Pepys की diary में एक तरह से mentioned हैं? Shilpa Kumari, Rashmi, Shabnam, everybody has got the right answer. Everybody has got the right answer. So Shabnam, right? Shilpa Kumari, everybody has got the right answer. The plague in London, the Great Fire, right? War of Spanish Succession. आप खुद थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाइए ये कैसे आ जाएगा? सेक्स रेबेलियन भी नहीं है, ये दोनों हैं. वैसे भी जिस टाइम पे सैमुअल पेपीज रेस्टोरेशन में एक्टिव थे, रेस्टोरेशन में आपका क्या हो रहा है? रेस्टोरेशन में आपका PFD हो रहा है, प्लेग हो रहा है, फायर हो रहा है, डच डिफीट हो रही है, राइट? Dutch defeat आपका हो रहा है, मतलब basically the Dutch so-called war is actually happening. The England people are getting defeated over here. ठीक है? So Samuel Pepys, Evelyn Waugh, the famous diary writers, that they are coming during this time period. ये भी question आ चुका है. 1st January 1660 से लेके 31st May 1669 तक. अब इनमें और मिल्टन में क्या फर्क है? मिल्टन को जब बोला गया कि आपकी आई साइट खराब हो जाएंगी, आप पढ़ना छोड़ दीजिए, उन्होंने और ज्यादा हार्डवर्क करा, क्योंकि जैसे ही सैमुअल पेपीज को बोला कि भाई आप अपना पढ़ाई लिखाई छोड़ दीजिए बिकॉज आपकी आईज काफी खराब हो रही है इससे, तो दैट वेरी मिनट ओनली ही एक्चुअली स्टॉप्ड his pursuit altogether. So he was no more writing his diary. So that is the difference between commitment that you are able to see overall, right? Milton doesn't gives up at all. तो ये चीज याद रखिएगा. The Duchess of Malfi is based on. What is Duchess of Malfi based on? Duchess of Malfi, again, an extremely important work that we are able to see. What is it based on? What is Duchess of Malfi based on? Duchess of Malfi किस पे based है? Duchess of Malfi आपका जो work आता है, ये किस work के ऊपर based है? It is based on which work altogether? Okay, good try, good try. This is an Italian. It's inspired from Italian. ये दिया का बिल्कुल सही जवाब आया था. दिया का even saw पूजा मौर्य काफी सारे बच्चों ने सही दिया है. So Duchess of Malfi, very important. White Devil, very important. It is based on the Italian novella, right, which was actually inspired on true historical events. Real Duchess is there, Giovanna di Aragona, married to Antonio in a secret, and bearing him the children as well. She was, of course, murdered by her brothers. One of them was Cardinal, that you were able to see. So ये चीज थोड़ा सा आप ध्यान में रखिएगा. Which one of the following essays holds that as a method, realism is a complete failure? As a method, realism is a complete failure. As a method, realism is a complete failure. As a method, realism is a complete failure. एंड क्लासरूम स्टूडेंट्स, आज जो फाउंडेशन बैच की क्लास चल रही थी उसमें भी आप ये नोट्स में प्लीज डाल लीजिएगा. प्लीज पुट दिस इज अ पार्ट ऑफ योर बिलिटरिस्टिक ट्रेडिशन ऑल्सो इन अ वे. जो आपका बायोग्राफिकल ट्रेडिशन था, फिर आपका कैसे ये लोग बायोग्राफिकल ट्रेडिशन के अगेंस्ट थे. they were the pioneers of the decadent movement altogether. No, this is Oscar Wilde. This is Oscar Wilde, The Decay of Lying. दिस इज ऑस्कर वाइल्ड. अरे भाई, बाय नॉवल मैटर्स में वो रियलिज्म को क्यों हटाएंगे? वो रियलिज्म को क्यों हटाएंगे? दिस वाज ऑस्कर वाइल्ड. Oscar Wilde trying to tell you that a work of art need not imitate, a work of art need not be moralistic, a work of art need not preach anything at all. It just needs to convey the story that it wants to convey, right? So the moment art surrenders its imaginative medium, it surrenders everything. So आपका मिल्टन भी अगर आप देखेंगे एरिगोपैक्टिका में यही तो कह रहा है, फ्रीडम ऑफ प्रेस. You need to have the freedom to express whatever you want to. Question number 85. Given below are two statements, statements 1 and statements 2. अच्छी तरह से statements को देखिए and then quickly tell us what is the correct answer. Quickly tell us what becomes the correct answer. आपके पास दोनों statements available हैं. You are having both the statements available, right? You have to choose the correct answer. You have to select the correct answer दोनों statements में से. Very good. Anushika has got it right. Anushika has absolutely got it right. The Orientalists in British India were not sympathetic towards ancient. They were. Anglicists were not. This is wrong. Orientalists were, but Anglicists were not. कौन कौन, अगर ये सही होता तो कब होता? एंग्लिसिस्ट अगर लिखा होता, एंग्लिसिस्ट वर नॉट सिंपैथेटिक. तो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज एब्सोल्युटली रॉन्ग. तो जहां पर फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट लिखा है वो तो हट ही जाएगा. William Jones thought and imagination, ratiocination and philosophy. Indians are no means inferior to Europeans. That is also true. William Jones was a true Orientalist. ठीक है. So Orientalist versus Anglicist. William Jones, he had this opinion that it's not that Indians are anyway not superior at all. He was very clear about it. Which two terms among the following are associated with formalist criticism? इनमें से कौन से terms formalist criticism से associated हैं? Classroom students, इसको भी please आप अपने आज के notes में add कर दीजिएगा. Please put this also because this is also part of your formalist criticism that we were trying to cover today. Orientalists were not in favor of Indians. Orientalists were in favor of native learning. That if you have to teach your new scientific ideas, you should not be using your language. You should use the language of the natives itself. That shows your true purpose. Very good, Shilpa. Please sing. Everybody, Prajita, everybody has got the right answer. Everybody is bang on right over here. I see a majority of you getting the right answer over here. So defamiliarization, foregrounding, defamiliarization and foregrounding. That is absolutely correct. This is absolutely correct. ये आपका बिल्कुल सही जवाब आया है. Okay. So again, formalist criticism में aura, Walter Benjamin, accent, narrative, ये आपका narratology के अंदर, but defamiliarization and foregrounding, that is important. ठीक है. Defamiliarization, Victor Slavonsky, making it strange. Text का primary function is to exert the literariness that you have to do, and foregrounding is also important. ठीक है. Foregrounding is also important. Okay. Kasturi, very good, very good. This okay. Question number 87. Question number 87. Question number 87. जल्दी से देख के बताइए. Who among the following are the two great masters of French language that T.S. Eliot contrasts with Dryden and Milton in the Metaphysical Poets? What is the correct answer here? यहाँ पर आपका क्या सही जवाब हो जाएगा? व्हाट विल बी द राइट आंसर ओवर हियर? ध्यान से देख के बताइएगा। Okay, P Singh, Ishita, everybody has got it right. P Singh, Ishita has, they've all got it right. Okay, so who among the following two great masters of French language, right, that T.S. Eliot's contrast with Dryden and Milton in the metaphysical poets, Baudelaire as well as, so when we are looking at, please remember Racine, Baudelaire, they're the ones who are actually, Villion and Rimbaud are not. Okay, तो T.S. Eliot का जो बहुत ही important essay है the metaphysical poets, it appeared as a review, of the Grierson so-called anthology on metaphysical lyrics poems of the 17th century. Grierson was one of the first critics to praise the metaphysical poets altogether, and here you are able to see that he talks about disassociation of sensibility. He's discussing Milton and Dryden, and he's also looking at Racine, he's looking at Baudelaire altogether. ठीक है, तो ये चीज याद रखिएगा. List 1 and list 2, list 1 and list 2, आपके पास दोनों list available हैं, list 1 as well as list 2. Please quickly answer this. List 1 as well as list 2. What is the correct answer that you are having? List 1 and list 2. List 1 and list 2. जल्दी से बताइए. Horace, Ars Poetica, ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. Horace is writing Ars Poetica. So ये आप वैसे भी elimination method use कर देंगे. You will be using the elimination method altogether. What is the correct answer? What is the correct answer? A lot of you are writing B. John Dryden. John Dryden is, an essay on dramatic poesy. तो वैसे भी B तो 4 दोनों के दोनों में आ रहा है, right? दोनों के दोनों के अंदर you are able to see. सैम्यूअल डैनियल, व्हाट इज ही राइटिंग? डिफेंस ऑफ राइम. ये हम लोगों ने अभी ही या तो आज या तो हम लोगों ने वाईटी में या मास्टर क्लास में क्वेश्चन भी किया था. पुट देम इन ऑर्डर में मैंने आपको बताया था. रिमेंबर 1505 जो हम लोग लिख रहे थे. एंड बेन जॉनसन इज राइटिंग टिम्बर और डिस्कवरीज. ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. डिस्कवरीज इज बाय बेन जॉनसन. डिस्कवरीज किसका है? बेन जॉनसन का. सो आर्ट्स पोएटिका बाय हॉरिस. बेन जॉनसन का टिम्बर इज कमिंग. डिफेंस ऑफ राइम बाय सैम्यूअल डैनियल. सो 1505 तक ऑलमोस्ट इसका पब्लिकेशन माना जाता है. एन एसे ऑन ड्रामेटिक पोएसी बाय ड्राइडन. Okay, question number 89. Question number 89. Question number 89. Which two of the following are applicable to meta language? Which two of the following are applicable to meta language? इन दोनों में से कौन से applicable हैं to meta language? इन दोनों में से कौन से applicable हैं when we are talking about meta language? Which two are applicable to meta language? Good, Kasturi. Kasturi has got it right. I don't know पिछले वाले क्वेश्चन के लिए था या इस वाले क्वेश्चन के लिए आया है कस्तूरी का. Okay, a technical language which describes the properties of language talking about itself, okay, known as the first order language, not true. A second order language that replaces the first order with the metaphors, that is true. The deep meaning, remember the deep structure, surface structure, so it's the deep structure that is meta language. ठीक है. तो मेटा लैंग्वेज ये आपका प्री सोक्रेटिक टाइम से आ रहा है. रोमन याकोब्सन भी इसके बारे में बताते हैं. सो वन इज लैंग्वेज टॉकिंग अबाउट इटसेल्फ, द सरफेस लेवल एरिया, द डीपर मीनिंग दैट यू आर एबल टू सी. Question number 90th. Question number 90th. This is the last question that we are actually looking at today, and then I'll give you your homework question also, right? And we're going to be looking at the leaderboard then in the next class. That's on Sunday. Author and text, right? Author and text. Author and text. आपके ऑथर एंड टेक्स्ट दोनों के दोनों. व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर? थॉमस पिंशन. थॉमस पिंशन. थॉमस पिंशन. Thomas Pynchon is coming. Howard Jacobson is coming. Anthony Burgess is coming. So आपका Thomas Pynchon, what is he associated with? V is a novel by Thomas Pynchon. V is a novel by Thomas Pynchon. So Thomas Pynchon is writing. A is 2. So you can use the you can use the elimination method. You can use the elimination method altogether. Then when you are talking about Howard, so again Howard Jacobson, J is a novel that he is writing. Howard Jacobson is writing the work J. J is a novel. So 1 becoming 3. So ये दोनों के दोनों में 3 आपका, B is actually 3 that you are able to look at. Then you are having Anthony Burgess. Anthony Burgess ने कौन सा वर्क लिखा है? Anthony Burgess M/F. M/F is the novel by Anthony Burgess. Right, M/F is by Anthony Burgess. So C is 4, which makes the so यहाँ पर actually one second. So this is actually yeah, but yeah, लिख लीजिए. So G is a novel by John Berger. G जो आपका novel है, that is by John Berger. So G is a work that is coming from the pen 1972 novel of John Berger, which is set in the the pre-First World era altogether in Europe, and the protagonist is actually the G person. V is by Pynchon. V novel जो है Thomas Pynchon ने लिखी है. Then you are having J, which is a novel by Howard Jacobson. Okay, it was shortlisted, and M and F is by M/F is by Anthony Burgess. ठीक है, तो ये प्लीज इसको थोड़ा सा ध्यान में रखिएगा. Now I'm quickly giving you your homework question. ठीक है, ये एक RTC passage तो हम लोग करेंगे ही. We will there are two reference to context passages that we are having. One second, I will still give you. Okay, now this is a little complicated. How should I give you? Because it's an RTC passage. Or what I'll do is I will want you to. Okay, I'm giving you, there are two, there's just one homework question. We'll continue from here only. We'll continue from here only. One second, I'm just giving you your homework question is an RTC based question today. ये आपका होमवर्क क्वेश्चन है. इसका अगर आपने स्क्रीनशॉट लेना है तो आप ले लीजिए. ये आपका क्वेश्चन है. दिस इज अ पोएम बाय स्टीफन स्पेंडर, डे ब्रेक. इसका आप एक बार स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिएगा. दिस इज योर होमवर्क क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, दिस इज योर होमवर्क क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट टाइम पे पैसेजेस वाले क्वेश्चन से ही हम स्टार्ट करेंगे. संडे वी आर हैविंग अ सेशन एज वेल. Okay, Sunday we are having a session as well. At dawn, she lay with her profile at that angle, with sleeping seems the stone fence of an angel. Just take a look at it, and this is the question. So this is your homework question. ठीक है, ये आपका homework question है. ये आपका homework question है. Please make a note of this. Please remember that all together. ठीक है, इसको अच्छी तरीके से end to end आप cover कर लीजिएगा. And if there are any other questions that you're having, please feel free to let us know about it. This is your homework question. Fine. I'll see you all in a couple of minutes for your masterclass at 11 o'clock. Don't forget to tune in at 11 o'clock for the masterclass. Fine. Thanks everyone for joining. Really appreciate that. I'll catch up with all of you at 11 o'clock for the masterclass. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Bye.